Hey everyone, Kaylee here. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different than what I've done in the past. So I'll be counting down my top 10 favorite weapons from Destiny 2's Witch Queen expansion year today. We got a lot of really awesome weapons this year, but I did want to reflect on which ones I thought were the most important to me, since in a lot of ways the weapons that I use are an extension of myself. And before I forget, if you do want to see more content like this in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more. With that being said, I do appreciate that you're here now, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Starting off at number 10, this is the only exotic on the list. Parasite. I like the majority of the exotics that we were given this year, but I didn't really use most of them outside of Parasite. Big boom plus big number equals funny, in addition to Parasite actually being useful in some of the content that I run. I think Parasite definitely fills a good niche, and I really like to pair it with Thunder Crash and Kyrus to really bring the pain in as short a time as possible. It was pretty easy to overlook initially, but I'm glad it grew on me. Coming in at number 9, the Lodbrok C. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was going to be another subpar 360 given it drops in the World Loot Pool, but wow, I was really wrong there. Having access to Demo and Osmosis in the third column and Target Lock and Adrenaline Junkie in the fourth column, this gun can really tear through ads with very adaptable build synergy, if you opt for it. It can also be focused using the Haka Umbral focus from the treasure map, so it really isn't too difficult to obtain either. Next up at number 8, Unforgiven. First, I have to say, outside of the Aikilos SMG, this is my favorite SMG gun model. It looks amazing, and with the recent buff to Repulsor Brace as well, I find myself wanting for a Repulsor Brace Demolitionist role. However, I find myself using a Feeding Frenzy Golden Tricorn role, and Feeding Frenzy helps supplement its subpar base reload speed. However, given the RNG, if I can manage that Repulsor Brace demo roll, that's definitely what I'll be going for. I wouldn't even have to reload at that point for at least 2 magazines, and given my grenade heavy nature in general, and especially on my Void Titan, this gun fits perfectly in with my playstyle when using the Void subclass. Next up at number 7, Judgment of Kel'Garath. Ever since the changes to Wormgod Caress, I have had a blast with glaives. Once I was able to get this and craft it with close to melee, I was blown away with this glaive stopping power once you have a group of enemies in front of you. Honestly, I will probably be using this for the majority of the Lightfall campaign, since I do find this playstyle so entertaining and fun. Coming in at number 6, Submission. I don't have an optimal roll of this weapon since I haven't been able to craft it yet, but Frenzy on this gun still feels really good to use and just shreds everything in its path in general content. I love the feel of this weapon, and combined with Subsistence and Overflow, I really can't wait to craft this weapon either. Next up at number 5, Forbearance. Too many explosions not to like. It's extremely fun to use and super good for general use content. Me like Big Boom, and being able to get access to both Ambitious Assassin and Chain Reaction means you can dish out a lot of the boom in a very short amount of time. It can be difficult to craft if you don't raid, but it's truly incredible if you can get your hands on one with the right roll. Next up at number 4, Cataclysmic. I'm starting to sense a pattern with these Vow weapons. Huh. Anyways, Bait and Switch is too good of a perk on this weapon. I do have level 60 with this weapon, and I've primarily used it for boss DPS the entire time I've had it. It's damn good, and I'd be insane if I left this weapon off my list. Yeah, other linears might be easier to use, and you don't lose that much damage if you don't use this over another linear, but I really like the look of the gun, and that combined with the fun synergy with things like Witherhoard and Osteostriga make this a weapon I will use over pretty much any other linear in the game given the chance, including my beloved Sleeper. Starting off the top 3, Without Remorse. This shotgun is an incredible weapon all around, with access to Threat Detector, Field Prep, and Sasserall in the third column, and Vorpal and Incandescent in the fourth column. You can tool this shotgun up to be either an incredible ad clearing machine to use with double special builds with Incandescent and Threat Detector, or you can kit it to be a champion and major damage dealing secondary using Field Prep and Vorpal. I used the shotgun during the Day 1 King's Fall raid during the Totems encounter to deal with the Taken Knights, and it worked wonders. I was clearing the Knights out and getting to my teammates on plate with crazy speed. I couldn't recommend Without Remorse enough. Coming up at number 2, the Aikilos SMG V1.0.3. Probably my most used weapon in Destiny 2, going all the way back to Warmind. I'm glad we got a craftable version of this iconic SMG, and it still absolutely destroys everything. Feeding Frenzy combined with Volt Shot will leave entire rooms empty, and if you need some weapon synergy for an arc build, I couldn't think of a better weapon. Not much else to say, the Aikilos SMG just gets it done. And with the top spot on my list, number 1, the Zauli's Bane. Explosive payload, incandescent. First day and a half of owning that random roll, I got 3,500 kills with it. It's easily my absolute favorite to come out of this year by far. Super fun to use, and it can spawn sunspots on Titans, so you don't have to run Loreley or a mini hammer to have super easy access to sunspots when you need them. It also pairs really nicely with Path of Burning Steps, which I use instead of Hoyle fairly often, so you can 1 to 2 tap the majority of rank and file to the body if you get that rolling. Well, that's the list. I want to know some of your favorite weapons from this year too, so drop a comment below to give people some good ideas of what to farm going into Lightfall. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button like the side of Telesto, and shoot that subscribe button to see more videos like this from yours truly. My name is KaylieTheLazy, and I will see you guys next time.